Why? Why? Because they're working for almost nothing. They're slaves to this Democrat system in California, and they want to keep it, just like they wanted to keep it in the South, right? Civil War, right? The program introduced by supervisor, here's the name, Lindsay Horvath and Janice Hahn, allows the country to coordinate intra-agency response and request state and federal assistance to help affected communities. So they get it anchored here in California, and they can use it all around the states, guys, every state. This is what they're trying to do in California. California government needs to be removed, all of it, right? Well, maybe one or two not, but pretty much all of it. And if we don't get there, then the cartels basically get more powerful, I guess, right? So here's LA cartels. You got to know quite a few of them. Again, Mexican drug cartels use Los Angeles as a global hub for drug trafficking and distribution. So you got to know that they're obviously very powerful there throughout the entire political spectrum, probably even in the law enforcement to a certain extent. Who knows, maybe a lot. But they are influencing on a massive scale. And if they're trafficking worldwide, holy cow, from LA, no wonder Trump wanted to go in there and like take down LA, right? And why they fought back so hard. So the distribution hub, Mexican cartels included Sinaloa Cartel and Cartel de Jalisco Nueva Generacion, right? I don't know if I pronounced it right. Rely on the Southern California region as their primary entry point to distribute drugs across the U.S. LA needs to be taken down. We need to wall it up, shut it down. All right. Gang alliances. Mexican cartels cooperate with powerful local gangs like the Mexican Mafia, which controls numerous Southern California street gangs to manage drug trafficking operations. So they talk about command structure. Raids conducted by the FBI and LAPD have exposed these connections. Now, this was interesting to me. It's showing how local gangs like Rancho San Pedro pay taxes to Mexican mafia bosses in prison, who in turn coordinate with Mexican cartels. How are these guys that are in prison coordinating with Mexican cartels? Wow. That's incredible. I've been in some of these prison systems. I did one in Australia, and we had the prison warden was telling us that, and the reason why we're doing it because the Aussie SAS Special Air Squadron, they basically, if there's terrorism in the country, unlike here in America, we have the FBI, HRT, Hostage Rescue Team. They basically respond. So it's the Army, Special Forces group that responds. So there was a prison riot, and they came in and they were going to like take down a prison. I guess the word got out that the SAS is coming, so they stood down. But we went in, and they were showing us, it was old stone and everything, built back in the like early or mid 1800s. It was a crazy prison, and he showed us where they used to hang people. They don't hang them anymore, and I guess in Australia. But there was where the gallows was when people didn't die right away from a neck break. If they were choking to death, they would struggle, and there was like in those stones, there was kick marks on both sides where the feet would kick while they died, and it was grooved out deep. I was like, wow, how many people? He's like, I don't know, thousands. I was like, really? Jesus. So they don't mess around in Australia when it comes to criminality. Of course, the real criminals are the political system there in Australia. But he was telling us that the people into prison, especially the higher ups into prison that come from like crime families and so forth, they get whatever they want, whatever they want. All right. I was like, wow, interesting. So anyway, Sinaloa cartel, Cartel Jalisco, and Mexican Mafia, La M. Looks like an American prison gang that controls and coordinates the drug trafficking activities of numerous street gangs. What the heck, right? They're controlling the street gangs from prison. Holy moly! What I thought we sent them to prison to like stop all that stuff, but they're still doing it. So that it sounds like the prison system needs to be reformed in California too. Jesus, or maybe it needs to be reformed all over America. I don't know. That's insane to me. Wow. All right. So moving on to Portland, America's most beautiful city at one point in time, right? Not so much now. Long gone. All right. Long gone. Now, there is, because I talked about this, the people need to like really start to push back. Otherwise, this is going to continue because there's not enough law enforcement. We, the people, have to get involved. And maybe that's what the storm is. We, the people, we're the storm. That's a possibility to me. All right. So look at this. This is Dr. Steve Turley. He does good work.
Quick shoving. You're punching. The yards are you punching. We never know.
For the first time in years, Antifa no longer has free rein to terrorize innocent people. They're being arrested, they're being pushed back, and most importantly, they're being exposed for the cowardly terrorists they really are. Because of what you, the patriots of our nation, did on November the 5th, consequences are finally coming. And it's not just for these useful idiots on the streets of Portland. No, President Trump has made it clear he's going after the financiers of this insanity and shutting them down completely. Reports are that the FBI, the IRS, even the Treasury Department are actively investigating the likes of George Soros and other billionaire activists for financial ties to what are now officially domestic terrorists. And it already has a number of Antifa-linked activists on the run, literally fleeing the United States for Europe. Now, of course, the legacy media, they're going to do everything they can to hide all of this from you. And that's because the legacy media masquerades as objective journalism when in point of fact, they're just agenda-driven activism wrapped up in the appearance of news. These narratives don't inform, they manipulate, leaving millions of people wondering where to turn for the truth. But fortunately, there is a solution. Ground News brings together.
All right. So there's plenty of solutions, and one of them is like watching my channel. There is a lot of information out there that's being shared, and it does make a difference going forward. Now, one of those things that makes a difference going forward is silver, right? And I know a lot of you crypto bros are like, thinking crypto is the way to go. I don't think so, right? As you saw, money laundering is massively used. Crypto's massively used by money launderers. So I don't know where crypto goes. And a lot of people are like, well, President Trump likes back crypto. Well, President Trump does a lot of stuff like that to expose stuff too. I don't know. We'll see. All right. Now look at silver, look at gold. Obviously down day for the market. And crypto, down day for crypto. Let's look at crypto. What's crypto doing now? It's up a little bit, but it's down big for the day. XRP down massively. It was at 245, I think, earlier today, and now it's at 230. So it's not showing the entire blood that was running in crypto. It's kind of recovering a little bit, so they give it a little. But look at gold, $142.70 today. It's up. Wow, right? But you always look at the percentages because that's really what you want. You want the percentage increase. And like I said, we're going to start to see dollar days in silver, and we're going to start to see, we've already seen one that's become common. Now, as you see here, there's $2, that's a $2 day. $3 days are coming, then 4, then 5, all the way up to 10 and more, guys. Just like we're seeing right here with gold going up $142. I don't know if we're going to see silver go up that much a day, but percentage-wise, as you guys can see, it is up more than gold, and that's pretty typical. All right, so we're going to continue to see, I think, bloodshed in the Dow and the Nasdaq. Maybe tomorrow will be a bloody day, and it might recover a little bit next week and into the following week, because that's when the Fed is going to cut rates again for a quarter point. So we are in an AI bubble, just like we were in a dot-com bubble back in 2000, 1999 into 2000. We could see it just go just crazy up. All right. So I think we're going to get a little bit of a pullback, and then it's going to go crazy again. I could be mistaken. This could be a rug pull for the financial system. I don't know, but you want to have your money in silver, right? And you crypto bros, you better be careful out there, right? You guys who put your money in banks, better be careful out there. So it might not be this week, might not be next week, might not be months from now, but it's going to happen. These banks will fail, and fail massively, right? So, you know, all the different things are coming in. We're seeing that the banks were laundering to, you know, Jeffrey Epstein and all that stuff. That's just one. And then we have bank failures, I think, are going to start because of the silver skyrocketing. They had massive short positions, and they're going to be taking on the chin, massive. So I say buy silver like it's going out of, and it is. It's going to get real scarce. All right, it's going to get real scarce, and it's going to keep going up a lot. All right, so let's look at the Bitcoin. Bitcoin chart is not looking so good. Right now, I said if it broke, let's see. I said if it broke, like, what was that? If it broke 110 or 109, it's going to go a lot lower. So right now, I think it's at 109. It was down 108 earlier. I think it's probably going to go down to probably about 98 before this Halloween bloodletting. All right. So if you're a Halloween trick-or-treater, here you go. You're gonna get a lot of slaughtering going on, because that's what they do in Halloween. The witches and the warlocks, they slaughter innocents during Halloween, and they made it a game so that we all celebrate it, and we don't realize that it's very, very evil, right? So, and then there's people that are like, well, it's evil, but we're doing it. We're gonna take it on, and we're gonna make it good, right? No, they're basically taking something that's evil and making it good. Really? All right. So yeah. Many of us haven't celebrated Halloween in a long time. We just, you know, shut the doors and turn off the lights, right? When I haven't even seen kids in years trick-or-treating. This is crazy. I think a lot of people are onto this. So, you know, hopefully more of you guys are. But as you see here, yeah, it looks like Bitcoin, as you guys can see here, got slaughtered. It was at its all-time high. I said it would probably hit a high of 125. It did, 125 and some change, and then it started coming down, and then it collapsed. And now it looked like it was coming back, and then now it's collapsing again. But you crypto bros, you know what you're doing, so good luck. Right? So now look at a really good chart here. That's silver, like we saw, is up very nicely. Gold is up very nicely. Crazy highs. Dow Jones, not looking so good. S&P, not looking so good. NASDAQ, not looking so good. So will there be a pullback tomorrow? Remains to be seen. I think there's a possibility that there will be. If there's not, there's not, whatever. But you see this low back here where it like, gap lower. It's probably going to come back and test that. So that's 552 for the triple Qs. Yeah, that's way down there. So maybe not that far. So I think it's probably going to be this one, 559. That's what I was looking at. Yeah. So 559, that's about 40. So we'll probably see about 400 or so decrease in the NASDAQ, I think, over the next, probably tomorrow, maybe the next day, over the next day or whatever. And then we'll probably turn around or not. Maybe it'll go down lower because I said I thought it was going to be a 30% correction. But we got the Fed going to reduce rates week after next, so that's probably give a little goose to the stock market. We'll see. At some point, it's not going to help. You have Witches Night out on Friday the 17th. That's tomorrow. Good luck, Kathy. Witches Night. Are you participating in that? All right. So. Cartels run the show in a lot of these big cities, guys. That's why these Democrats do what they do, because they're controlled. They're paid. They're controlled. Probably their staffs for a good portion are controlled and paid, right? So, yeah, Christmas means going to mass on Christmas in a Catholic church. It is a Christian service. It is not gifts. Good. Yeah. So we can celebrate Christ year round. We don't need like one special day, right? And there's evidence that he wasn't born on that day. All right. That was somebody else's day. So they just put it in there. That's the Romans, right? They wanted to get as many people involved as possible. So they put a lot of those things like, what's the other one? And Santa Claus, that's a bad story about Santa Claus too. Wow. So lots of craziness that's being exposed. A lot of people don't really celebrate those anymore. And that's going to really hurt a lot of businesses. So, but you'll just take that money and apply it somewhere else, right? And shop somewhere else in different times. And give gifts for some other occasion, for birthdays, instead of that materialistic Luciferian, twist to Jesus, man of light and love, right, and peace. So stay in the love vibration, stay peaceful, unless you can't. Right? You got to protect yourself or your loved ones. All right. So, but we're going to see some craziness. You're like, it's going to get crazier. Yeah, it is. Way. All right. Lots of love. Stay in the love vibration. And I'll see you guys next time.